Hey guys, welcome to today's video. These are some really strange things to talk about, but I just thought I would because you might hear about it other ways, and I just thought I would discuss them, and these are some really, really strange, I don't even know what to call them, trends? Beauty trends? Yeah, so these are strange, so leave your thoughts below, but at first, when I read these, I thought they had to be a joke. And maybe they started as a joke, but now I see people commenting, posting websites about it, before, after pictures. And these are some of the dumbest things I've ever seen. And it makes me wonder what the heck is going on in someone's mind. And then I thought about it, and then it made me sad that somebody would feel that bad or upset about how they look, that they would do things like this. And obviously, people have done crazy things for a long time. I mean, Cleopatra bathed in sour milk, which is kind of like lactic acid now. Women would put lipstick on and there'd be lead in them. I mean, things like this. Those, the radium girls, have you guys ever heard of them? This has nothing to do with beauty. It's just a totally interesting story. But these were girls that were hired to paint with uranium on watches and things like that, and clocks, so it would glow in the dark, and they would get their paintbrush really tight by running it through their mouth, their lips, to kind of purse it and make a point. And then, well, obviously, radium is cancer, so yeah. But they really did some heroic things, and I should do another video for the second channel about it because I'm getting totally off topic. But anyway, it's really fascinating because they really are heroic. So look up the Radium Girls. I'll do a video on it later. Okay. So WTF? What are BoneSmashing, Mewing, ZygoPulling, thumb pulling? When I heard the term BoneSmashing, I'm like, what the hell? This is freaking weird. This cannot be real. BoneSmashing. It supposedly started out a joke on TikTok, which it seems like almost every bad idea comes from TikTok. I'm sure you've heard some. Let me know what your craziest. I don't know, Tide Pod Challenge, the gasoline drinking challenge. What the hell? I don't know. I get worked up because to me, this is so sad that somebody would actually do this. I feel for them. I mean, it breaks my heart that somebody would feel that bad about themselves that they would do this. But supposedly, doing BoneSmashing can help give you a firmer jawline or better cheekbones. And literally, it is just what it sounds like. It is they take a hammer to their face, and they think that breaking bones during the healing process, it will result in firmer cheeks or firmer jawline. More plump appearance. This could not be real, but when you search on it, there's people apparently that have done it. At first, the first few pics, I thought it had to be either photoshopped or makeup, like makeup artistry to look like for Halloween or something, but it looks kind of real, and there are people actually posting about how to do it, how to get the best results, what to use. Some people use a frozen water bottle. I hear about skin cycling or skin flooding or whatever. There's always a new oil cleansing method, something new every week. But this is a whole nother level. I mean, when you do something like this, you could not damage your teeth. You could damage your jaw. There's all these nerves in there. So if you're thinking about doing it, don't do it. I mean, and if you know anybody that ever talks about it, tell them not to. I mean, there's so many small muscles that you could damage and end up costing yourself a lot of money. If you really are that unhappy, I swear there has to be something better from seeing an actual doctor that they might be able to do. I don't know, certain types of surgery or fillers. I don't know. I mean, I just remember hearing about it. I think it was like, where was it? Was it China or South Korea or Japan, where women would have their feet binded so they didn't grow, so their feet were very small? It reminds me of things like this. Or some people, even today, will have surgery to have their legs lengthened, but it's only done in strange places, and they break them, and it takes like years to recover from it. I mean, just focus on something that you're good at. I mean, instead of focusing on your flaw. You know what I mean? Celebrate what you're good at. Everyone's got flaws. I'm not great at pronouncing things or spelling things. You know what I mean? But I just try to do it, and I continue, and I focus on what I like and what I'm good at. Anyway, so this trend, I think it started out as fake, but maybe some people got to the point where it became real. Smashing your face is not an accepted form of a cosmetic procedure. And ENTs apparently have seen some U.S. teenagers coming with serious injuries, sinus injuries, And dentists have seen serious teeth breakage from people doing this. I can't make it up. Anyway, next up, mewing. Another strange trend. Apparently, this is a facial exercise to help with sculpting the jawline. People that do this call themselves Mews. You know what? It makes me think of Pokemon. Because there's a Pokemon Mewtwo, or Little Mew. Maybe that's where it came from. I don't know. So this technique involves holding your tongue to the roof of your mouth. So this is not holding my tongue to the roof of my mouth. And then it is. And I would say naturally, I think I do rest my tongue on the roof of my mouth. Naturally, I'm not sure why, but I never thought of it as anything. But I don't necessarily think you can really do much with it. So supporters of the technique believe that over time, your tongue position will change your overall facial features, most notably the jawline. This one doesn't seem to be terribly dangerous, but it depends on how your natural teeth and jaw are aligned, because some people tend to have an overbite, or some people have an underbite, or certain ways your teeth fit together. So I just don't do whatever you do naturally. I just wouldn't recommend trying to do it to sculpt your face, because it just it's weird. I do that naturally. Never thought of it. I guess I'm a mewer. I'm a mewer, and I didn't even know it. Today, I'm a mewer, and I have to announce to everybody, I'm a mewer. Anyway, last but not least, this one's weird too. They call it ZygoPulling, face pulling, or thumb pulling. And this is a technique of pressing your fingers into certain areas of your face to, over time, help certain bones look more or less prominent. So what I hear is zygo is this muscle that goes from the corner of your mouth to the beginning of your cheekbone. That's your zygo muscle, I guess. So I think if they hold it like this, it's going to give them better cheeks. I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't do that for more than 10 seconds because I'd be bored out of my mind. Or, so some people do this, and this to me is like, it's just another thing. I guess this one probably won't be as damaging as hitting your face with a hammer, but it just seems like a waste. I just don't think I guess you're better off getting facial tools, or getting a stupid new face, or getting a radio frequency device or something that has to be more beneficial than doing something like this all day. Man, I just can't, because this one cheek is messed up from a car accident, so every time I touch it, it feels weirder than the other one. But anyway, so some crazy things that I didn't know existed until recently, and I just thought I'd talk about it because these are crazy. Don't do this. I guess a lot of it started from something called BoneSmashing, whatever the heck that is. I don't know. People, it just seems like with social media, it can be so evil. It just seems like people are looking at a reason to look at their flaws instead of elsewhere. Focusing on one stupid flaw. You know what I mean? Focus on doing something good. You don't get self-esteem from how you look. You don't. You get self-esteem from what you do, what you accomplish, your persistent, your talents, volunteering. That's where you get self-esteem from. Social self-esteem just doesn't come from how you look. And because you know what? Nobody's ever been perfect enough. They're never going to look good enough. Never, never, never. It just doesn't work that way. You can present yourself as good as you look, look, do your hair, whatever. But self-esteem comes from who you are, what you do, how you treat people, how you treat others, how you treat other living things, what you do for work that gives you self-esteem, conquering tasks, persistence. That's what self-esteem is. It's not from looks, because if that's what it is, it's going to be pretty shallow, and I'm not sure where this world is going if everything comes down to simply that, instead of just what you do for other people and what you do for the world and what you do for yourself. So anyway, rant ended. Leave a comment with your thoughts. I don't know. How do you get self-esteem? Some people have low self-esteem, but keep finding something you're good at and focus on that instead of your imperfection. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's my thought. So anyway, thanks so much for listening to my rant. I'll see you guys more tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.